My name is Alyssa Gall, and I'm here to answer you a question. Does social media rob us of our privacy, or do we allow social media to rob us? Today we're going to talk about the problems with social media, how we need a positive reputation in social media life, and how we can prevent these problems, and what will happen if we don't. So first off, when creating a social media website, you don't have as much control over your privacy as you think. The networking website doesn't give you the option to give them permission to gather information on you. Also, the information can be shared to third parties. This study does not include Facebook or Twitter. I got this information from phys.org. Social media is addictive precisely because it gives us something which the real world lacks. It gives us immediacy, direction, a sense of clarity, and a value as an individual. This is a quote by David Amerlin, and this is possibly the definition why we allow social media to rob us. 65% of Facebook, Twitter, and other social media networking sites post key factors to proving your identity to credit card companies or even banks. They post things such as birthdays, phone numbers, and even pet names. This is just a chart showing you what percentage of people do that. 65% show their birthdays, 63% show their high school they attended, 18% show their phone number, and 12% show their pet name. I got this information from creditreport.org. One thing I definitely wanted to talk about was identity theft. When being so involved in social media websites, you have to be careful what you post. Throughout my research, I found a lot of identity theft cases involving social media sites, like the identity theft of a school director via Twitter, or even using Facebook to steal company data. Sarah Palin was even a victim of social media identity theft. Now, Diane Solomon, she was just a regular person, and she was talking to one of her neighbors one day, and they said that they were talking to her over Facebook, and they would get her money to her as quick as possible. But the problem was she didn't have a Facebook. You have to be very careful who you pick and choose to know your personal life. I got this information from the Huffington Post and NBC Los Angeles. Another important case, a very long case of identity theft, is Candida Gutierrez. Her offender was Benita Gonzalez. Gonzalez took out loans, credit cards, health care, and even food stamps in Gutierrez's name. Most identity theft cases only go as far as credit card or other financial fraud. But Gutierrez even put 2 of her child's names on the birth certificate. After 12 years of fighting for her identity, Gutierrez finally got justice. Gonzalez was put in 18 months in prison. Not to mention that 2 of her childs weren't even considered hers according to the law. I got this information from collegenews.com. So is social media important to have in a reputation? I think so. Anyone has the right to look up your social media life. Potential employers and even schools can look it up. Now, could identity theft spoil a reputation? I wanted to share this story with you of Dana Thornton. She was an offender of identity theft. She was charged with impersonation/identity theft. She made a Facebook in her ex-boyfriend's name and spoke to his friends on his behalf, speaking absurdly and just vulgar things that nobody would even think to say. And I got this information from social networking, lawblog.com. We also have to think of the untrustworthiness of the site. Like mentioned before, they don't give you the privacy settings that they state. They've seen, in the studies, they've seen a disconnection between privacy statements and the site's actual privacy controls, which basically means even though they say that they can set a privacy control, they really don't provide it. And again, the users can't accept or deny the networking provider to gather information on them. and they don't allow the user to prevent information from being shared to third parties. So what can you do? Well, first off, you need to find a reliable site, a well-known site. You need to set strict privacy settings, log out when you're finished, use strong passwords, and internet security. This can help you out. And most importantly, don't check in. In Facebook terms, this means that you let everybody know where you're at that exact time. And I got this information from agbeat.com. So keep it private. What will happen if you don't take these precautions? You could be a victim, and you could even risk your potential job or even college. So now you know the problems with social media, why you need a positive social media reputation, how to prevent these problems, and what will happen if you don't. So my last word of advice to you is don't take a chance. Would you want to pay for someone else to live your life?